Because you're not, like, I feel like there are more people connected to you than you are connected to them. That's why we have this psychic ability here. It's like you're connected to all this stuff and all these people. You're like, I'm trying to go over here on my own with the swiftness. And the angels are sitting there like, hey, this might be a part of, like, you connected to this. If you have psychic abilities or the sixth sense or that gut, you connected to this without wanting to. You're like, no. But Taurus, no, we gotta look. These are people you know. Financial. These are people you know, Taurus. So these are people you know, or people who think they know you. That's what I said. Your whole life is connected to. I mean, you just one of those people who you can't go nowhere without people noticing you. You can't go nowhere without people saying something, whether it's good or bad. You just stand out in the crowd. I mean, that's point blank. For the financial hill, we have the high priestess, along with the psychic abilities. I feel like there may be some, and with this being spirit, there are some soulmates. You ain't got to believe in it. They ain't got to really be your soulmate. They can be somebody else's soulmate. Oh, look at that. This is justice, though. Abundance. I bet there was a lot of people connected to you. Peace. They want peace, though. They want to change from their disappointment. That's the tower. They trying to end the disappointment so they can have peace with you and celebrate with you again. It's justice. That's why I said you have the home where somebody want to come home. They're like, they looking at outside your window like, Taurus, let me in. Like, I know you see me. Look, I just shuffled that. That's the lovers. There's people fighting for your love. There's people doing anything they can to get your love. But this is ending. They trying to defeat the manipulation. Now they just fighting you for your love. So if people's fighting like against you or had another person there to try to make you feel some type of way because they love you. You know, sometimes people were trying to make us jealous because they love us. This person's like, you know what? I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to end the manipulation. Instead of fighting and doing all the other stuff with other people to get your attention, instead they want to fight with you. They're like, you know what, Taurus? Me trying to hang with other people or me talking to other people or me doing whatever I was doing didn't work out. That's why I said the stuff that, like, it didn't work out. The stuff that don't work for others actually work for you. So they thought by doing that you was going to respond and you didn't like it. It had the opposite. You like the opposite of everybody else that they like that's been there. You're just the opposite. Like they thought it was gonna make you just didn't work. They thought you was gonna want to stay more. You're like, no, that ain't gonna work, buddy. You probably be telling people, listen, none of that negative shit you doing to me is gonna work. I don't know what type of ideas you got in your fucking mind. You may be telling them, you know what, you arrogant as fuck, and there ain't no way that this gonna work. I'm not gonna let that work. But if it worked for you, this is a person who says if it floats your boat, do it, but do it over there. You like telling them, stay over there, it's 6 feet, stay that way. It's really, with the song you step in the day, 50 feet, but it's like, you can at least, you got room for 6 because it's the law now. It's the law. So this is a person who want to keep coming. You're like, no, you got to give me, stay over there. And you just using it because you just don't want to be around this person. But like Taurus, that's what I got for you. This person wants to, for financial health, this is a part of your life, so that was going to happen anyway. This is the high priestess because you have this understanding. You have a lot within yourself. Like, you know how to make money. You know how to spend money. Like, these are things that you just know. But, like, you know things without knowing why you know them. That's because of who you are. It's already been built in you. It's in your DNA. This is your profile. Spirituality, that's you. Psychic abilities, that's you. Even if you don't think you're good at it. Even if you don't think you're supposed to be doing it for a living. Like, you might not supposed to be going around doing this stuff. Like, no. Nobody knows. You might not even tell people that you have this. Because Taurus always have, when I read for Taurus, it's always like whatever you like, this right here, I'm doing this, you pull back. You don't give them all that. You don't let people know that you have this understanding. You don't let them know that you have like a dream book, a dream journal. You don't let them know that. This is what you reserve for yourself. You have stuff that You have a tank for people and you have a tank for yourself. This is your reserve tank. But I feel like people trying to go into your reserve tank with you. Like, they're like, Taurus, you gotta take us with you. I think people are catching on to the fact that you have not like a, so don't get offended if I say double. I don't mean like a double life, like you sleeping with more than one person, but I think people are understanding that you have a life with them and you have a life with yourself. Like you have another life that no one knows about. And it doesn't have to be anything bad going on in their life. It's just that's your personal fucking business. I feel like you have some personal fucking business that people want to be a part of. And it's like, I think you're being fair. You're telling them something. It's like, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what color my eyes is. Or my eyes are. I said that wrong. I'll tell you what color my eyes are. But I'm not about to tell you, like, my credit score, my social security number, or, like, what's the, you know, the things you have to protect. It's like, my eyes are brown. But I'm not going to tell you my license plate number so you can be trying to track me or my, you know, stuff like that. Don't be giving out your personal information. They'll just feel like, but I feel like these are people who close to you too. Feel like we don't know as much as we want to know about Taurus, man. And so be aware of people wanting, like, I don't see the hateful cards here or nothing like that. I just feel like we do have useless. Like, the angels are protecting you. Like, even if you try to deny your psychic abilities or your psychic gifts, like they saying it's useless, it's just gonna make you feel like what's wrong with me because I have all these dreams or I have all these whatever you want to call it. But they doing that purposely, like, to help you move forward with your spiritual growth and the spiritual connections that you're supposed to have in life. So this just not going to stop. Like, they're gonna keep moving that forward. But all this stuff is happening. So we do have cell phones. That's what I'm saying. Like, I pulled this out for psychic abilities. This is people still watching. So with the psychic abilities, it is polish your communication skills. So this is still saying that you have to say, you have to speak on it, regardless if you want to or not. But I feel like you saying certain stuff might shut other people down. But that's why the ego card is still, like I said, you're going to say stuff that's different from what other spiritual people or other psychics say. But it shuts down their motive or what they're doing. And that's when it comes to a point where they're like, you know what? Even if this person is gifted or talented, this person is arrogant, or even if this person, like, that's when they're going to have other stuff to say. But you still have to be strong. Because even if all this other stuff, it doesn't matter because it's going to work for you. Even if everybody be like, you know what? That person is like this, that, the third. I don't like because of this. They can all make a fucking list of why the fuck they don't like what you say and what you do. Right? That's not the point. The point is it works for you. And you know, they say you ain't doing nothing if you ain't got nobody talking about it. So calm down for a second, Taurus, and realize that the angels do have your back and there is some fulfillment. And even if you don't, like I said, you're not going to be able to deny who you are in spirit much longer. When your spirit forms, you're not going to be able to do it much longer. So, I mean, you can dance around that issue right now. Like, you may have your prosperity. Like, you know what? I got everything I need. I'm fine. So, you're not addressing the spiritual side of you or the spiritual partners or even your spiritual soulmates. Like, they may be the ones looking like Taurus that's done left us the fuck out here. The fuck did we do? Okay, y'all. Let's go to prosperity. I'm laughing a little bit, okay? I just think, you know, yeah, color and transition. It's going to a new, like, this is the dancing around, this is like the prosperity, and like, okay, so like you've been like not revealing so much of this personal stuff about you. Either this is the transition you're going into where you can't reveal so much because it is prosperity here, or you've already not been revealing things to people and it's shifting to you being more open. So if you're one of the people who was not revealing, it's going into a place where you're being more open, with people. Like, you know what, I can talk about that issue. I'm ready. I can open up to you now. I'm ready to open up. But if you're a person who was opening up too much, you're going into a position or a place where you're not going to be able to say too much, because this transition is taking you somewhere like where you can enjoy. This is colorful. This reminds me of somebody being playful. And it is express your true feelings. This is one of those things where you're going to just be, it's like, I think you're just going to be in a joyful mood, so you're going to be playful with others. Or just because the prosperity is here, something good happening in your life, of course you're going to be in a good mood, you're going to be joyful. And I think people might take that as you being arrogant. I said they can and they might. But it's like they don't, but they like pretty much trying to like spoil your fun, so to speak, by doing it. But I gotta say, these people actually love you. So, but like, just know that some of your strengths are things that people feel that they've never seen be a strength. The strengths you have are things that people are like, that was never a strength before. How did that become a strength? It's called evolution, okay? Listen, upgrade your mental software. That's why I said this is going to make them be like, I just said that before it came out. That was never there, Taurus. That was never a strength. You're creating a strength. These did fly over here, but they are upright. We do have music. We have ceremony. These are a lot of cards, Key and Nikki. So these are things, this basically just goes, but this is them upgrading to realize there's more than one way to get messages. This is, when it comes to spirituality and psychic music, you can get messages from music. Upgrade. There's like, you can get strength from just stepping back and being grateful. This is somebody who's grateful. Gratefulness is a strength, is what I mean, because I don't know if I said that right. Gratefulness is a strength. They're realizing things are strengths that they didn't know. Innocence is a strength. Just because somebody's innocent, that does not make them weak. That makes them meek, but that does not make them weak. Innocence is a strength. And a lot of people, should I say that, Lord? I was about to say, I'm going to be quiet. A lot of people are fooled by innocence, though. Because they think that they can wind up doing something to you and they wind up doing it to themselves. It's like, oops. But that's what I'm saying. You have strengths that are undeniable, but people did not know that. I didn't know innocence was a strength. I didn't know gratefulness was a strength. I didn't know they just didn't know, Taurus. So you're going to be the one to let them know. Okay? What's for home? Baby, 10 of Cups. That's what I'm saying. These people reconnect with their innocence. These people want to reconnect with you. That's it. This is home. These are people they felt like they had it. Hey, they felt like home with you, okay? You ain't gotta go. These people who you may have lived with at one point in time, you don't live with them no more. If you had a roommate, if you had, family living with you and they not living with you no more, these are just people like, man, can we reconnect? They trying to see why you're happy, how you're able to keep your home together. Family, Iris, family, okay? This is family, financial health, all right? This is having your finances. This is you. Like, you may even know things about family that they didn't tell you, because this is the high priestess. This way, like, this is a person, like, you don't even have to talk to your family because you're going to know what's going on anyway, because you're connected to all, like, this is spirituality. But I feel like you also need to know towards this family, like, family's not family when you're not there. There's no family without you. Like, you're the person, you're the missing link when it comes to family. And that's why I said these are not strangers. You're the link. There's no family without you. So all your siblings or whatever, that's not family no more. That's not home no more, because you're not there. It's just a bunch of people, a bunch of relatives that know each other. And this is legit. Like, this is legit. Like, when you leave, there's no, what they say, ain't no sunshine when she's gone, because she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, that goes back to their music they're singing. You might have played music You might have sent people music. You know how you send somebody a song when they're not feeling good or whatever it is you do. I don't know what you do when it comes to music. Maybe you do music for a living. Maybe you used to like music when you was growing up. Maybe you know, because music is not just singing. It's the piano, it's the keyboard, it's the viola. I used to play the viola. I know it's a viola, but you know, is it viola or viola? I say viola. Some people say viola. Tomato, tomato. Who cares? Mashed potatoes. But yes, that was all a part of your strength. Like, how is that a strength? Like, you have strengths that people feel like, bro, that's not a strength. But they're learning, wait a minute, that is a strength. It's not their strength, so they don't recognize it as a strength. The things that you have, they may have thought that it was a weakness because it's like, that's not their strength. It's like, everybody's strength and weaknesses are not the same. Everybody's strength is not the same. So it's like they were really like surprised, or they're gonna be surprised to see like what your strengths are and how your strengths are taught. This is so. Let me say this. This is so fucking awesome to have a strength. This is a created strength. This is a strength they don't even know about. You know when they create those mutants? Please don't be. No, X-Men. How they have those and you get a new X-Men or whatever, a new one, and it's like, what's your, like, a new one's created, and what's your strength or whatever. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Not saying that you're immune to it. I'm not saying that. But the strengths that you have that people did not understand and look, oh, that is so cool, and you created. And I feel like this probably was a weakness for you at first. Like your innocence, you probably was scared of being innocent, like you didn't know who's gonna take advantage of you, or you probably scared of just being the person who was always grateful. Because some people say when you grateful, you settling. They be like, how you just gonna take, like, agree with what's being offered? Why you don't demand more? This is a person who's not demanding unless it's necessary. So they're like, you can get more. And people trying to tell you how to get more, what to do. And he's like, no, I'm grateful for what I have. And that's when people can assume that they're settling. So you're showing them gratefulness is not the same as settling. They just have confused the two. It's your strength of being grateful. But anyway, and they do want to reconcile with you there. So just be aware of that. That is what I have for you, Taurus.